Hi everybody, Dion Lyle with Fintech-5. This week on Fintech-5, I'm going to talk about payments consolidation. Pretty big news. Today, payment services giant Worldline decided to buy Ingenico for $8.6 billion. Pretty big deal until you compare it to the big deals of 2019, FIS buying WorldPay for $35 billion, Fiserv buying First Data for $22 billion, and Global buying TSYS for $21.5 billion. As I was doing research on this, something jumped out at me that I hadn't realized, which is Fiserv also took $17 billion in debt from First Data, so makes that deal actually worth $39 billion, and then $9 billion that FIS took from WorldPay. I'm not sure why those numbers weren't included in the original deal value, but pretty sure First Data's is kind of leftover from the KKR acquisition of years ago. I know they were trying to work that down for quite a while. So let's take a look. What drives this? Why is this? And does the theory hold up? Well, the value stack, you want to own more of it, right? Adyen does a really good job here. They're here. PayPal does a good job in multiple boxes on the value ecosystem here. I think the key is most people want their companies to be like Adyen, right? You got this complex situation. Adyen fills in gateway, right? Fills in risk management, processing, acquiring, and PSP, right? So in the value stack, they get to keep more of the value, which is the goal of most businesses. And then I'm sure we'll see in this diagram, we'll see more and more acquisitions, mergers, and honestly, divestitures coming too, right? So why do you want to do this? Well, I think most people think they're going to increase valuation. But my argument would be if you actually want to increase valuation, it's not about just getting bigger and bigger. It's about going from an ops valuation to a tech valuation. What I mean by that is payments companies have traditionally been operationally excellent, really good at processing, literally and figuratively. But take a look at Stripe over here, right? Employee count, 2,100, valuation $35 billion. Their value per employee, $16,600,000. First Data, similar business, 19,000 employees, $22 billion. Their valuation per employee is $1.1 million. That's a 14x premium for Stripe. Are their people that much better? Not per se, but they are that much more technical. They're that much more agile. So valuation is rewarding agility, technology, innovation, and growth. None of these come from a big acquisition. Also, if you look at FIS versus Apple and look at their charts here, how much more valuable Apple is. Well, that's driven by growth, technology, R&D. Up here, you'll see Wirecard and Adyen growing very well. Again, agility, not size. So the actual reason that most of these press releases talk about is scale. We're going to get a cost savings from our merger of $250 million after the first year, 500, 700 in the subsequent years. Vantiv WorldPay. And by the way, First Data said similar things in their announcement. But the fact is, we all know these never work out like they expect, right? There just aren't that many cost savings by combining two really large entities. Agility is going to win. By the way, I did see that B of A is exiting their joint venture, BAMS, with First Data because of a lack of agility, a lack of growth. So basically, I'm going to agree with Obi-Wan here and say scale is not the differentiator you're looking for in your payments business. What you really want is agility. So that is my key thesis here. These mergers, acquisitions, supersizing, they're going to fail. And the reason they're going to fail, although payments is a scale game, tech is coming for payments profits. Use R&D, outsourced or insourced, do fintech acquisitions, but it's all about net new, it's about building, and it's about technology, which is my next point. Payments was an operationally excellent market previously. Now you need to focus on technically excellent, right? Payment players are basically big dumb pipes in the background. Tech leaders are both thought leaders and customer first advocates. Look at what Amazon Pay has done in payments just over the last couple of years. The reason they're able to do that, R&D, $20 billion a year in R&D for Amazon. I think Apple down here, you see their valuation. Well, they're doing $6 to $8 billion a year in R&D. That's how you get these premium valuations. That's what I would emphasize all my friends in big payment companies to focus on, speed and agility. I think Visa's acquisition of Plaid plays into this playbook, not the scale playbook. So ultimately, as Jeff Bezos is famous for saying, your margin is my opportunity. The problem is there's not that much of margin in payments. There's not enough to go around. So what Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Apple, and others are going to do is they're going to take the plum pieces of the value stack, leaving just the dumb parts for the payment processors. You're going to be stuck with commodity businesses if you don't upscale your technology, your agility, your innovation. Well, that's this week's Fintech 5. Thanks for joining. I look forward to your comments.